Hi, I'm Rebecca from the Schools Engagement team at Milton Keynes College. We're really pleased that you could join us today and find out exactly how to apply to us. It should be fairly simple, but if you've got any questions, you can contact our admissions team. The details are on the side of the application page and I'll show you where to find those when we get to that bit. If you have any questions during our open event, you can just type them into the chat. Once you've decided which course you want to apply for, head to that course page, and at the top of the page you'll see the apply button. So here you can see I'm on the engineering page and there's this apply button just here. That's going to take you through to the first page. This is all about you, so you should be the expert here. I'd just like to say though that please double check that the details you've put on here are correct, as this is how we'll get hold of you. So fill in these details here, put your mobile number, put in your gender, your date of birth, when you put in your postcode, that's this bit here, then it will find your address, so then you can just choose the right one from the drop-down list. As I said, make sure that all the information that you put in here is right. And once you've done this, you just go to the bottom of the page and click next. This next page is so that we can make sure that we've got that we're as open to anybody who wants to come to the college as possible. And so that's why we kind of gather information about people's backgrounds and abilities. Just to make you aware, the information here doesn't have any impact on your application, so please don't worry about sharing this information with us. Firstly, the first question here is about your nationality. If you're not sure about this and you've got a passport, have a look at this because this will tell you what your nationality is. But if you were born and you live in the UK, your nationality is British, and so you'd select, as it's got here, United Kingdom on the list here. I'm sure you've probably filled in your ethnicity information before, so please choose the option here that you feel best describes you from this list. Again, you've got a drop down with lots of different options on it. If you live in or around Milton Keynes, your country of residence is England, so again you can probably leave that as it is. Everyone who's lived in the UK for at least the last 3 years, you can tick yes here. If you've been in the country for less than 3 years, then you'll choose no. So that we can make sure that we can support all of our students properly, the next section is just where you can tell us if you've got any disabilities. You might feel that you don't want to share this information with us. You might see college as a new start and you want to have a fresh start and you don't want to go into these kind of details. However, we want to make sure that we can help you to get the most out of college. We won't use this information to judge you, but it's to help you to achieve your best with us and find out what support you might need. If you live at home with your parents, you probably don't need to tick anything in this section here about which of the following apply: young asylum seeker, looked after, care leaver, carer or education healthcare plan. But if you do tick one of these boxes, again, it just means that we can help you to access the kind of support you need. If you've ever been charged by the police for an offence, again, you can just tell us here so that we can make sure that we can support you with anything that we might need to help you with. And then again, once you get to the bottom of the page, you click next. I think it's going to come up with lots of red things because I haven't been filling things in. Yeah, so sorry. So I'm going to say yes there. So again, that's what might happen to you. If you haven't ticked a box, then we want to make sure that we've got all the information and then we'll just ask you for it. Okay, so now we're going to go into a bit more detail about your education history. As you're probably in year 11 when you apply to us, you won't have your GCSE results yet and may not have even taken any mock exams. We completely understand, particularly as this year is even more uncertain than most. Please fill in this section with what you think your grades will be. So if you're still in school at the moment, you're going to tick yes here. And then it's really helpful for us to know which school you're coming from. So you can type in your school here. Go for Radcliffe School. If you can't find your school in here, then the other option you can put in is just type in other school and that'll put that in. As we've said, you probably haven't taken GCSE results, so you can leave this section as saying predicted. And this next bit, qualification details, is going to ask us for you to give us an idea of the grades that you think you'll achieve. So it gives you broad bands of, say, 5 GCSEs at 4 or above, 4 GCSEs at 4 or above, and this helps us to get an idea about what level of course is right for you at the college. We'll discuss this more in detail when you come in to meet us for an interview, and obviously when you get your grades next summer we can check that this is all still right. If it isn't and you've either done much better than expected or not as well, this is really not a problem and we can move you onto the correct level that's right for you. So I'm just going to choose one of those. We're then asking you for a bit more detail about what you think you're going to get specifically for English and maths. So choose the options on those that you think are going to be right. As we said, you know, that can be tricky, but just gives your best guess. This next bit, if you want to tell us more about your courses and the grades that you're currently studying, you can do, but we don't really need this information. But if you want to tell us, for example, you're applying for art and you want to tell us that you're predicted a grade 9 for your GCSE, you might want to tell us about this and you can do that here. Again, just going to go to the next button at the bottom of the page. This next section just helps us to understand how you feel about your next steps after school. There's definitely no right or wrong answer, so just tell us how you're feeling at the moment. So do you really know what career you want to do? You know you want to come to college, but you're not really sure what you want to study with us. You're not sure whether you want to go to college or sixth form. It's worth saying that you can apply to college and sixth form if this is you. That's not a problem. And then when you get your grades next summer and you've had a bit of time to think about it, then you can decide which one you're going to accept and which one you're going to decline. So that's not a problem. We're almost there now. This final section, please feel free to read this if you want to, but it's basically saying that you're happy for us to keep your details so that we can contact you to progress your application. So to invite you in to come and chat with us and then make you an offer for a course. So if you're happy with all that, you tick this box here, you submit it, and then you're done. The next steps from this are that you'll receive an email confirmation to say that we have your application, and then you'll be invited to come in to meet with a tutor so that we can offer you a college place. I hope this has been helpful, but please feel free to contact us if you have any other questions that haven't been covered here. And thanks very much for watching and good luck with everything.